Hello, let's look at the power of the moon. Next to the sun, it's not only the most important celestial body in astrology, it's also the most familiar. The word moon gives us month and Monday, and the moon has 13 cycles or lunar months in a year, but for convenience, we have created a 12-month year. It's an intrinsic part of my practice to use the 4 distinct lunar phases when working on your forecast. The new moon, the first quarter moon, the full moon, and the last quarter. During the 28-day rotation of the moon around the Earth, only one side is ever turned towards us, hence the mystery of the dark side of the moon that we never get to see. At the new moon, when it's between the sun and the Earth, it's in darkness. But just because we can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. In fact, there's a great deal of pent-up energy as the sun and moon are so close astrologically at that time. This is when we can sometimes feel a little lacking in energy, and it's perfect for meditating and allowing new ideas and plans to manifest in your mind. A few days later appears the waxing crescent of shimmering silver, curved like the closed brackets key on your keypad. This is a growth period, fantastic for nurturing something, whether it's a child, a plant, or a pet project that you feel is important. If you're a gardener, you may have already noticed that seeds planted at the new moon germinate really quickly and grow into very strong plants. Around 7 days later, after the new moon, this crescent has increased in size until it looks like a half moon. This is the first quarter, the ideal time to start putting your plans into action. By the time the sky is lit up by the brilliant full moon, she's halfway through her monthly journey. There's a tremendous amount of energy generated at the full moon. Sometimes this can be a little bit hard to handle. Criminal activity and episodes of mania are said to increase now. If you cut yourself, you may have noticed it's more difficult to stop the bleeding at full moon, so it's a good idea, if possible, to postpone any surgery around this time. But it is great for socialising and parties. Celebrations can really go with a swing at the full moon. Also, ideas and projects come to fruition at full moon, and we can experience a sense of fulfilment and satisfaction. But sometimes we realise we may need to ditch one experiment as it's gone just about as far as it can go, and it may be time to move on. For the next 7 days, the moon is on the wane. There is a feeling of completion at this last quarter, and as the moon shrinks, we can relax, reflect, and gather our strength. As the final 7 days of the cycle pass, the moon disappears and the night sky is dark once again. This is time to rest and focus inwards, allowing seeds of new ideas to be born. So what about the astrological moon and how it's going to affect you? The moon's rapid movement tends to be a catalyst for the longer-term transits from slower-moving planets that manifest emotional, spiritual, and intellectual change. Everything's in place, but it takes the moon as it passes that particular point in your or my or anyone's chart to get the party started. The moon ensures that important events that stimulate personal growth and positive change occur exactly when the time is right. Now, you'd like to know how you can go about using the power of the moon for your own advantage. First steps first. Try and familiarise yourself with the phases of the moon. Get into the habit of looking up when you're out and about in the hours of darkness. Unless it's really cloudy, you should be able to see the moon wherever you live. Remember, if there's no visible moon, then it's the dark moon and the beginning of the lunar cycle. Time to take care of your body and focus your attention inwards. What's missing for you? What is your heart's desire? Don't be judgmental, just observe what comes into your consciousness. When you see the beautiful silver crescent in the heavens, you can now start to cultivate the seeds of your desire. Imagine yourself in that wonderful job or that glorious supportive relationship that you deserve. Or maybe your immediate attention is passing an exam or moving house. Whatever it is that you want at this time can be drawn towards you under the crescent moon. The metal of the moon is silver, and one very old belief is that each month when you first catch a glimpse of the new moon, turn a silver coin over in your pocket or purse. This is said to bring wealth and abundance. As the moon grows towards the first quarter half moon shape, you start to work on those new projects and plans. 7 days after that, the brilliance of the full moon brings excitement and activity. Often short-term projects reach completion. Your feelings can be overwhelmingly powerful. If unfulfillment is a factor of your life, this is a good time to face it head on and vow to change the situation. Now, this can of course create difficulties with other people, partners, family, work colleagues, even neighbours. Sometimes it's just the facts of life that our need to make changes can upset others. As the moon shrinks and reaches the last quarter, reflection and contemplation can bring incredible insights that have far-reaching on your emotional well-being. The moon then disappears for a couple of days before the cycle begins anew. This dark moon period allows you time for meditation, contemplation, and greater receptivity to new insights and revelations. Now, of course, none of us are going to experience life-changing events every single month of the year. That would be exhausting, to say the least. Nevertheless, the moon is our sister, and her gentle but powerful energy can be remarkable in its effect. Becoming familiar with the lunar phases simply by observing them for yourself really connects you with this power that you can tap into when you have questions you need to ask and choices that you need to make. Now, if you receive my weekly forecast, you've probably noticed that I let you know when the new and full moons occur and what signs they're occupying. This will help you get started with your moon knowledge. One little tip: the new moon every month is going to be in the same sign as the sun. So if you don't know the sign of your natal moon, pay close attention to the new moon during your birthday month, as the combined energy of the power and the sun in your birth sign can really be very powerful. And of course, the full moon will always be in the sun's opposite sign. So again, you'll be able to pinpoint times when it's most influential for you.